and I still own gold and silver, and I bought a lot of crypto. But it's a very important subject that we need to be aware of. And once again, the Rich Dad, we don't recommend anything, but we just do our best to give you the information so you can make your own decisions. So our guest today is Jeff Wang. He's a contributor to the Rich Dad Crypto newsletter, and he is the host of Rocket Fuel Crypto, and he's an authority on it. And the thing is, he's come from the communist. I just left the Communist Republic of Hawaii, and Jeff just left the Communist Republic of San Francisco, or the city of San Francisco. And I'm moving out of Hawaii. It's that bad. I mean, I can't stand it. I love the island. I love the beauty. I love the people. But the government has gone so far woke left, it's hard to live there. And so Jeff just moved out of San Francisco, which is possibly the most beautiful city in America. And I got my first job on 555 Market Street, San Francisco. And he had to leave San Francisco. So I think we'll start with that, Jeff. So Jeff, welcome to the Rich Dad Radio Show, and thank you for hosting the Rich Dad Crypto newsletter.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
So why did you move from San Francisco, possibly the most beautiful city in the world?
Well, I just had a family, and we were deciding whether or not it was kind of safe even to just walk around at night, and decided to move farther south in the peninsula. So, yeah. So
what caused you to think it was getting dangerous or not safe, whatever the thing is?
I think things might have gone too progressive. There was the new DA. They were experimenting with not putting people to jail, and next month there's a recall election for him. So I think things are starting to correct back to the center, but right now it has gotten a little bit out of hand.
Yeah, it's I just cannot believe how whacked out these guys are on the left. I don't know what that means, but also the Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris, is from that same area, and we all know how she got to the top. So that's one thing I like about how progressive these progressives are. But anyway, again, what can you tell me that's going on with crypto? Because, you know, for full disclosure, I have, to me, it's considerable, but I had to buy it at 6,000, and then the next lot I bought was around 9,000. And I had to wait from it. I think it hit 20,000 at one time. Then it retraced down to like 1,000. And I had to watch to see if it was going to rebound. Basically, I traded it. And today it's coming down from I don't know what, but I'm going to get ready to start buying again, but it has to go a little bit lower. So everybody says crypto is in a bear market, or Bitcoin is in a bear market, but so is the stock market, and so is the bond market. That's why this Rich Dad's radio show is a very important show to figure out what is going on in the marketplace. And, you know, I don't know anything about it, so that's why thank you for writing the Rich Dad Crypto newsletter. The other question I have as a guy who knows nothing about this field, except I have a lot of money in it. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of what we call the dot-com era. You know, back around 2000, everybody had a dot-com company. You know, it was just this .com and that .com, and everybody was chasing these .com companies, and it all came crashing down. Jeff, one of the reasons I have gold coins, and I mean real gold coins and real silver coins, is there's no counterparty risk. You know what I mean? They are the money. Sounds like a lot of con job to me. That's why I could say, for the listeners out there, there's a thing called counterparty risk. You know, there's nobody else behind the gold coin. There's no Wizard of Oz or no smoking mirrors. The other thing I like about gold and silver coins is that, as you know, in this cyber warfare, if they knock out our electronic systems, coins disappear too. But if let's say the Russians fire up an EMP, EMF, one of those things, bombs go off, they knock out the grid, gold and silver stays there. So that's kind of what I just want to give people the differences on this whole thing. And I still own quite a bit of Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I'm waiting for the price to come down before I buy more, take another position in both Bitcoin and Ethereum. I just want people to know that, to don't think, because I get promoted all the effing time. You got to get in on this one, or you got to get in on that one. This one's going to go to the moon. You know, I'm an old man. I've heard this bullshit so many times over all these years in real estate, stocks, you know, and that's why we have the Rich Dad Radio Show. It's not to promote anything, but the idea of understanding what's good and what's bad about something. So how does a person find out more? I mean, so for somebody like me, it's best I not get into it. because I'm not tech savvy at all. Wouldn't you say it's nothing the same as real estate? Everybody's jumping into real estate right now. You got to be crazy. Why would you buy at an all-time high? I'm not talking about real estate specifically. So anyway, that's where. So when we come back, we're going to be talking more to Jeff Wang. He's a contributor to the Rich Dad Crypto newsletter. I'm doing my best to warn people that I've seen this rodeo before. It was in real estate and was all this stock and that stock. It was the .com company, pets.com, which disappeared, and all of this stuff. And I'm being promoted all the time. I want you to endorse this coin. This friend of mine wanted me to endorse a coin, and I had no idea. But we're friends. Just endorse it so people will come in. I'm going, you've got to be kidding me. This friend of mine came and wanted me to endorse her coin because it's going to go to the moon. It's going to be the biggest thing ever. And I started, and when I challenged her, she goes, but you're my friend. You have to endorse me. And I went, you want me to set people up? And that's what my concern is. So Jeff Wang is our contributor, but Jeff, you write for the Rich Dad Crypto newsletter. What does that, are we making recommendations there, or are you talking about what's going on in the crypto industry? This is more smoke and mirrors. This is more Wizard of Oz. You look behind the scenes there. What did that money come from? That's my question. As an old guy, and I still own Bitcoin. I'm waiting it to drop down to 20K, and I'll probably start buying some more. But I actually had to sell, rent from my apartment buildings. I had to sell oil, and I actually had to sell gold and silver. So there was actually something tangibly produced. And the question I'm kind of asking you, where does Bitcoin or Ethereum or Dogecoins or NFTs come from? Hold it. There's a use to it. People pump it into their gas tanks, right? Not Tesla cars, but oil is used for fertilizer, to provide food and all this stuff. I'm just putting you on the hot spot here because it's a question I have, and I'm more doing it for the Rich Dad readers. Because I trade Bitcoin, but I don't think it has any value. I just play the game. Yeah,
which is like the GameFi space.
I'd like to ask you, if you're going to write the next Rich Dad Crypto, if you could kind of put that in there. Where's the tangible value? That's kind of my question. I trade this stuff. I think that US dollar is fake as hell. I just think it's a piece of crap. That's why I own gold and silver. I'd rather have something tangible. And I'd rather have oil. And I'd rather have fertilizer because they do something. I'd rather pay somebody for their labor because they've done something. And people don't know what the US dollar is. It's called the fractional reserve system. I put in $1 savings in the bank, and the bank can lend out 10. That's where dollars come from. It's on debt. And then there's guys like Dave Ramsey who say live debt free. And there's people like Rich Dad who say there's good debt and bad debt. And you have to know how to use debt to acquire assets. So we're actually converting something that is printed out of nothing, the dollar, to create assets like real estate or gold or silver or oil. So that's kind of my old man's logic. But anyway, I appreciate the discussion. And keep up. Please write something about that for the old guys like me in the Rich Dad Crypto newsletter, because it drives me a little wacky. And I'm happy you guys are doing it. I'm happy I became a millionaire with Bitcoin and Ethereum. I still don't know where it came from.
Small ebook, big impact, the wealth tree. The only 4 ways that will make you financially free forever. Download it here for free.